If you want to be more efficient and effective while running your business with more inner peace, then working on the core of your issues instead of putting on a band-aid is vital. Welcome to the Business Brain Podcast.
I'm your host, Esty Rapport, and here to help you improve your 28 cognitive functions, the 28 things that make up thinking. In each episode, we'll discuss a real-life challenge, why you might be struggling with it, and give you practical strategies so all areas of your life will improve. While building his second business, Alex bought a copy of Your Essential Guide to Cognitive Functions, which you could get at livepixuniversity.com/guide for only $97. The way the guide works is every day gives you exercises to improve another cognitive function. Yet, I suggested Alex pick one cognitive function to work on for 2 weeks. This way, he can see real improvement in an important area and not just dabble everywhere. This suggestion threw Alex off completely. You see, until I gave him that suggestion, every morning, Alex would listen to the next recording and do what it said. However, switching his approach midway through left his brain unsure, and he ended up doing nothing. I knew immediately it couldn't just have been from the guide. Anytime something in the schedule changed or the plan was adjusted, Alex had a hard time with it. Alex shared how it was affecting his business greatly, as running an international business meant there was never perfect schedules. We worked together to improve this one thinking skill, and Alex found himself procrastinating less, getting more done in less time, and feeling calmer internally. If you're experiencing something similar, I'm here to tell you do not have to struggle forever. In this episode 494 of the Business Brain Podcast, I'm going to share with you the exact steps, what you can do to have your own transformation. But first, take a moment to leave a rating and review because yes, it helps the podcast more than you know. Don't forget to screenshot it and send it to me so I can give you a shout out. While you are doing any task, you, without even realizing it, are using your 28 thinking skills. The thinking skills you need to use are strong. Doing the task happens easily. If the thinking skills you need to use are weak, doing the task will be a challenge. The struggle that Alex had came from a weak thinking skill of having a need to make a plan. Having a need to make a plan is not about making the plan. It's about seeing the need and having the desire to make the plan. Alex is a perfect example of where it's not that the thinking skill is non-existing. It's simply weaker in more advanced situations. You see, Alex could make plans when he saw the benefit. For example, when Alex bought the guide, he was right away put in his schedule to listen to the recording and do the exercise every day. The challenge came when Alex thought he already had a time slot of doing one recording and then the exercise. Now, he didn't need to listen to the recording every day, and sitting down to become the exercise became basically non-existent. His brain didn't see the need to update the plan now that things were slightly different, so he fell off track. Here are 3 ways we improve Alex's desire to make a plan even in more advanced situations. Number 1. I had Alex create a list of times where looking back, creating a plan would have been helpful. We looked to see if there were any patterns or situations among that list. This made it easier for Alex's brain to see what sort of situations need a plan. Number 2, whenever there was a switch or a change of plan, Alex was there to use it as a cue to go over a schedule. Sometimes no changes needed to be made, but sometimes slight adjustments will make it easier for him to follow his plan. And number 3, anytime Alex made a plan and it helped with getting good results, I had him give himself a round of applause. Yup, a round of applause just for himself. This reinforced in his brain the benefit of having a plan. Now, you have to be really careful with this. I've seen many clients fall into the trap of planning and replanning and planning and replanning instead of actually doing the work. This is where you need to be aware. Do you need to get better at having a desire to make a plan, or do you need to get better at doing the work with the plan you have? Usually we are running our businesses at the capacity of our thinking skills. So even if our thinking skills are strong, the moment we hit capacity, we get confused, lost, stressed, or tap out. In Alex's case, he was able to make plans until things got changed. By increasing his thinking skill, having a need to make a plan in more areas, there was less procrastination, less stress, and projects moved faster. Your challenge this week is to try one of the 3 ways we spoke about to improve your ability of having a desire to make a plan. Number 1, make a list of times where a plan would have been helpful. See if you can find a pattern among what you've seen. Number 2, whenever there's a switch or a change, use it as a sign to go over a plan and see if you need to leave it or you need to make a change. Number 3, give yourself a round of applause every time you make a plan, and it works to your benefit. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Bye for now.
That's all for this episode of the Business Brain Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please share it with 2 of your business friends so they too can gain from it, and you'll be helping us reach our goal of 1 million downloads by the end of 2025. Cheers to peak brain performance.